Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing amazing as usual. Welcome to another episode of Digital Lives by Digital Summer Clinic. I'm your host, Sadie. I'm one of the field managers at Digital Summer Clinic, and I'm here with Bien. She's also one of the field managers at Digital Summer Clinic. So, before starting off, I'd just like to remind our viewers to comment for the question and answer if you guys have any, which we'll be taking at the end. And today's episode is very, very special to our team. This is the first time ever we are doing this. And today we have three amazing guests. They are our former interns at Digital Summer Clinic, Grant, Sam, and Lisa. It's great to have these guest speakers today with us. So, without any further ado, I'd just like to start off with our questions. So, we can just first go with Grant, then we have Sam, and then we can go with Lisa. So, what's your major and how has the Digital Summer Clinic benefited you while looking for other jobs or internships?
So for me in particular, just as an introduction, I graduated with a marketing degree at Purdue University, Fort Wayne. I'd say one of the best ways the Digital Summer Clinic has helped me in looking for work and internships just throughout my entire history is the ability to give yourself a story. So because you're put into companies that are kind of just starting out, you're given a lot of creative freedom, which this is super beneficial when you graduate from the Digital Summer Clinic and you're looking for work. It'll give you tons of different stories that you can go on and talk to people who are interviewing you for basically any position that you're looking for. I'd say that for me would be one of the big ones. The second one would be the connections you make, because everybody's working on different projects for different companies. You have the ability with the team meetings that happen every week or every other week. I'm not sure how they're going now, but you have that ability to just sort of connect with other peers and talk with them and just grow your LinkedIn connections, which is huge. So that's another thing too when you're looking into getting a job in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Like making connections is one of my favorites as well. So yeah, we can go up with Sam.
Of course. Hi, everyone. A quick introduction for me. My name is Sam Kinsler. I am a senior programmatic campaign manager for the Air Force and Space Force. And then I graduated from Eastern Michigan with a degree in business back in 2021. So I'm kind of like a vet here. But I also participated in the Digital Summer Clinic back in summer 2021 as both a field manager and an intern. So I definitely had a lot on my plate and definitely was very busy. But this was a great thing to do because it was a gateway for me to like hone in on what I wanted to learn in the field of marketing, since there's so many different avenues one can go. So this really helped me kind of focus in and learn what I liked and what I didn't like. Also, it enhanced my communication skills as well, because back in 2021, we were very virtual as well, just kind of recovering from COVID. So this kind of helped me get more familiar in a virtual setting, both for like a work experience as well as like interviewing.
Definitely, that's good to hear. And also, I think we're in the same page. Like, I was also an intern and now field manager. So, hope to be in the same place as you right now.
Mhm.
Okay, now we'll move on with Lisa.
Hi everyone, my name is Lisa. I am currently a sophomore here at MSU, Go Green, and I am a experienced architecture major, commonly known as UX design in the industry, with a minor in computer science. And I was in the Digital Summer Clinic just last summer, so 2023. Yes, that's the right year. I was not a field manager, so I'm really happy to be around so many awesome people. And sorry for the question. I feel like my experience, along with my major, has allowed me to kind of dive deep into how UX design and just design in general, paired with marketing and computer science, can really make me a solid player in the industry. Because you're always working with cross-functional teams, you're always working with so many departments. It's important to have the communication skills for various people, and I kind of built that, the language, the understanding of how people talk and how people understand things through this internship. So I'm really happy about that.
It was great getting to know you guys. The next question we have is, what advice would you give anyone who is interested in the digital summer clinic? And Grant, we'll start with you.
So the first thing I'd say is just apply. Just make sure you apply. That's the first thing. So don't let time get past you. Just make sure you get an application in. But one thing when I was in the clinic, and I'm sure that continues today, is we want you to be a self-starter. So try and take on projects and things before, whether it be classwork or things at your job. That's sort of things that I know the clinic is looking for. And because of, kind of to my first point, when you are a self-starter, a lot of these companies are going to rely on you to basically take the project to just go from start to finish. So my advice would be, if you want to get into the clinic, be a self-starter, take on projects, and show that you want to volunteer for just bigger things.
That's a great response. All right, Sam, and now we have you.
Of course. Kind of piggybacking off of Grant's suggestion, I challenge those to always be curious and give the clinic a shot, because it does provide you with a lot of opportunity that one may not have yet discovered. This is a great opportunity to test your skills, enhance something that you thought you were good at, but then might learn a different skill set as well. This could be either somebody who is a creative writer, is focusing on graphic design. It could be like computer science, analytics, or even just communication. This is like a really great opportunity to learn off of each other and explore what capabilities you have in like a startup setting. And it's beneficial not only to you, but also for the company that you work for as well.
Also a great response. I think putting yourself out there really does matter. All right, Lisa.
Yeah, I think Sam and Grant really hammered in that, taking initiative and staying curious are very awesome traits to have, especially when you're going to a very, a startup. You have to put initiative. You have to, bring your opinions and points on the table with, the CEO maybe, and that can be very daunting, but taking that first step is really important. But I'd also like to add that I think, especially for students, you shouldn't discredit your classwork that you've done, especially since I applied as a freshman and I luckily got in. And I felt that I didn't have as much experience as the other people, but what really got me through is knowing that my classwork has not only prepared me well, but has brought me projects that I've had teamwork experience in, and teamwork is a very key part of startup companies. So don't discredit what you've done just solely in the classroom. And I think that's a very knowing that there's many transferable skills, from the classroom to the workplace it's really important to keep in mind of that.
I totally agree with you, Lisa. And yeah, if you're a freshman, like if you're watching this video, just apply and don't feel like you're a freshman, like you won't get in. So just apply. And what if you'll end up like Lisa, and then you can get more knowledge and everything. Okay, so this question is gonna be last but not the least, obviously. There might be a lot of times where you have faced this, but could you guys tell about a specific time where you applied something you learned during your internship to solve a problem in your current role? We can start off with Grant.
Yeah, so for me, I'd say one of the big things is just project management in general. So when I was in the clinic, I was basically tasked to redesign an entire website from scratch. So there was no real data or any type of historical data to sort of help me in that process. So I had to create an entire draft. So I had to go into a Google Sheet, I had to create a timeline, I had to then create a slide deck to sort of just make sense of everything with my partner in the clinic. And in my current role, I did the exact same thing. There's a couple different projects I can not really speak to, but there's a couple projects where I had to kind of take that same mindset that I developed in the clinic, and I had to apply it to what I did with the University of Michigan, working at Ross. So I'd say that's one of the big things for me would be project management and just, again, initiative, learning to take that initiative, learning to see, okay, I did this, I need to do this now.
That's great. I mean, project management is a huge deal, so I'm glad you could figure it out in your current role. Yeah, we can go with Sam.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna probably talk on like two things. But while I was in the clinic, I was kind of tasked with networking and communication for the business that I was working for. Um, there, I was trying to look for influencer like news outlets to help brand awareness for them, just to kind of get to know, understand like the brand's product and reach out to different outlets that can share um, their persona of who may be uh, wanting to utilize their product. And then, second, also with project management and recruitment, while I was a field manager, I was tasked to influence those who may be looking to join the clinic. And both of those I definitely apply currently in my role right now as a programmatic campaign manager. I look for different vendors to communicate with and work with. So I reach out to like anybody that's new, anybody that we've worked with before, and utilizing that communication is very key on building like a trust within our client and theirs. And then also recruiting as well. Since I do work with the Air Force and Space Force, that is like our main priority is to recruit the brightest and best for either job slots or even to join the Army itself.
Well, that's amazing. Like, you have gained so many experience, and yeah, it's crazy you're doing this stuff right now. Okay, now we'll go with Lisa.
Something that I find that I apply a lot in just like my school life and also part-time jobs is the ability to just go with the flow, especially when there's a lack of history or data, as startups usually do. And so, for instance, I'm a teaching assistant for an entrepreneurship class, and for most of the part, this is my first time being a TA. And so, when students hit you with questions and you have no idea, um, you have to learn, you have to apply them, you have to do it on the spot and kind of learn as you go. And the ability to pick up after yourself after, oh, like thinking, oh, that was really something I said was not, I didn't say in the best way possible. You kind of have to learn as you go, and the ability to pick up after yourself, and make sure you don't get stuck in the past, is something I definitely have picked up from the digital summer clinic. After working with startups, you have to ask questions, stay curious, and all of those apply to my student life right now.
That was a very great response, Lisa. Okay, now we'll move on to some question and answer from our audience. So we do have questions for all of you guys. So we'll just start off with this question. So Bud Gibson, he says, "How does Grant like working at the Ross School of Business?" Um,
I realized I was on mute. But yeah, I was with the Ross School of Business. I just recently left. Currently, I want to go into a more marketing position. So that's kind of where my journey is leading now. So I have a few connections that I made through the clinic. Again, this kind of goes back to the previous questions and answers that we said, making those connections. So those connections are definitely paying off. I have a couple meetings with people for different marketing roles because of the clinic. So, but I do
that's
like working at the School of Business. It was a great experience.
that's great. That's great to hear. Okay, we do have a follow up question. What was Grant's best story?
Best story. Um, Regarding Ross or
Yeah, anything in general, like also like or internship or maybe yeah, Ross. You might have a
so
lot of stories.
I would say for the internship, one of my favorite things was uh, really just kind of building the friendships. I think that was sort of a big one for me. Just sort of getting out of my shell. I was moving back to Michigan at the time, so I'd say for me, my best story was finally getting back into Michigan and making those connections. And now I live here full time, so all is well in the world.
Yeah, truly, I agree with that as well. Okay, we have a question for Sam. When did Sam go to work for the Space Force? Does she get to take trips to outer space? Okay, that's interesting. Sam, would you like to answer that?
I wish I could be with Jeff Bezos and travel to outer space. No, but I got hired on as a programmatic campaign manager back in 2022. I work for an agency called GSD&M based in Austin, and there we just work with our clients, just the Air Force and Space Force specifically. But no, we definitely get like the inside scoops with like the generals and stuff, and it's really cool just to kind of be a part of something that's bigger than myself and get to understand all the work that they've been doing and like all the highlights that they do share.
So cool. Okay, we do have another question. It's for Lisa. What does Lisa have planned for this summer? Any internship ideas?
Funny that you say, I actually do. I recently got accepted as a UX intern for Little Caesars down in Detroit. So really looking forward to that. I have a small team of UX designers, which I'm really happy about. So I'll be working with them down in Detroit.
Great. I think you'll get now free pizzas. But
Yeah, I hope so.
yeah, congratulations. Oh, and it's just a comment from Bud Gibson. He says Sam was incredible at sales. Sam, do you want to follow up? Like, do you think you're good at sales? I mean, incredible.
I guess. But yeah, my background has been in sales, which kind of led me to like really honing in on my communication skills and building client relationships, both with our client ourselves and then also with vendors. That's a really big part of my job, is not only to buy certain media like the Hulu, Spotify, SiriusXM deals, but we also get to like make negotiations as well that not only benefits what we're wanting to buy, but it'll also be like a return on investment for our clients as well, so that we can continue like certain partnerships. But yeah, I with sales too, I worked both in equine sales as well as like Orange Theory. So definitely don't be discouraged with your past history of jobs. It definitely can lead you to something much greater, and you can definitely utilize anything.
Great. Yeah, these are some things I'm studying right now. So definitely I'll be applying this in my future career roles. Okay, thank you so much, guys. It was amazing to hear from you. So yeah, before we head out, I just want to thank everyone for watching our digital live, and thank you so much for your support. Once again, thank you, Sam, Lisa, and Grant, for being here today. We really appreciate it. And as I said, it was great hearing from you guys. And yeah, to everyone watching, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Digital Summer Clinic, and all our media platforms so that you won't miss anything. Also, applications are already open, so don't forget to apply to our internship program.
Thank you guys for joining us. And a special thank you to Grant, Sam, and Lisa. Tune in next Thursday at 5 with our special guest, Ian Shirk, one of the mentors at the Digital Summer Clinic. Have a great day, guys.